Warning. The bullshit you're about to hear is going to be explicit. If you have fucked up, horrible feelings about life, skip us. But if you're okay with laughing at yourself and being cool, then cool. Continue watching this fucking video, bitch, and we'll see you at the end when you watch the next one right after or even before. I don't give a fuck. But your mama, she hot. Give her my number so I can give it to Bear. Love you. All right, people. What's up? Welcome to the Are You Fucking Serious podcast. It's your lovable boy, Mookies. Over there looking so like a gym coach right now. Everyone's least favorite gym teacher is Bear. Oh, don't get me started on you. Shit.
Concept was just like, oh, it's me.
Concept was really waiting on that to be him.
Ooh, man, he's waiting.
What's up, Bear?
What's up?
And then over there looking suspect as fuck with his A Hector mustache going on, looking also rainbow, because you a double rainbow alphabet mafia looking motherfucker. It is Concept. Voguing.
Vogue. Yes.
You gotta watch this on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
I'm literally everybody's favorite like gym teacher though. I ain't gonna let you do shit. Like,
You are everyone's least favorite gym teacher.
What? Well, I'm not gonna let you do shit.
You'd be like, hey, do 10 push-ups. Like, nigga, you do 10 push-ups.
He's like, fair enough. All right. That's it. That's all it's gonna be.
Everybody 5 laps.
Do you
Yeah,
understand
fine.
that Bear literally doesn't give a shit about children? Like
He don't take care of his
Your
kids.
kids. He don't care about nobody kids.
You know what? Barry's gonna get a tattoo across his stomach that says "fuck them kids."
Nah, what is
That seems like a lot of effort
right on my
just to say
shoulder.
I don't like children.
Fuck them kids. Shit.
I feel like you care about children if you're
Oh,
willing to get
actually,
a
no. He's gonna put it
tattoo.
on his chest because he like to
Right.
flex them already. So it's gonna like fuck them kids.
He already got a tattoo on
It
his
got me
chest.
DM.
You're gonna throw it across the samurai tattoo?
Oh man, I need the samurai tattoo though.
That would be
God.
dope. Just like a samurai, and then like you think of something prophetic next to it where it says something. And Ash just says, "Fuck them kids."
Fuck them kids.
I'm just pulling
How
out
do
the
you say that
blade
in
like.
Japanese?
get
I don't
outta
even know how to
here.
say "fuck them kids" in Japanese.
I don't even know how to say fuck in Japanese. Honestly,
I actually don't. I'd have to ask.
it's like kodomo something.
Damn, y'all spend all that money to go study abroad and not learn.
Oh,
shit.
sorry that I didn't learn the fucking cuss words.
Wow. Sorry,
Grant,
I
I
didn't
do
learn the book.
not
I learned
really
those
know.
first.
Like as much Spanish that I know, I don't really know the Spanish curse words. Yeah,
Yeah,
something that
I know
everyone
it's
should
the
know.
floor. That's when it's
Spanish cuss words?
damn.
How was that?
No,
You went to school with Latin people.
I know a lot of them too. A lot of Latinos, but still, it just didn't stick.
Mm.
Like puto.
I know like those, but like yeah. Other than that, I don't know like
tate.
know that one.
That's a bad one.
Mm.
Say that.
It's basically what we call each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know
But
like
worse.
the
It's
obvious
somehow
ones.
worse.
True, it just seems worse because it say my. I think that's why it's like
Yeah.
my.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you know, it just does not fit that well. Like I don't know why it just couldn't stick. Like I know some of them, but I don't know all of them.
It's
Like,
always better, I guess, probably when you actually get to yell them in anger, when you remember them well in that language. But you got to be in that situation to get there.
That's true. I mean, but
Yeah.
that's what I mean is like I never had a need because in Japan like vulgarity isn't like a popular thing. Like it's really weird to cuss like in general. Like I don't think at least nobody that I knew cussed like frequently.
Yeah, you got to run into the old smokers. Those niggas go all the
Yeah.
time.
Like at bars, like
Oh,
maybe,
shit.
but I can't say I like even at school because we went to the same school. I can't say I knew a lot of kids that cussed. This
Yeah.
is really not common.
You just got to go to the college and go talk to the drunk ones. That's where you learn them all.
Not many people like drank when I went.
Nah,
like,
we went out.
That's
there,
because
man.
drinking in other countries is not as big as it is out here. Like,
no, I would drink.
no.
I would go to bars and because
like
people.
I'm saying that, but I'm
you
just
know.
saying like out here, as soon as you turn 21, it's like, oh yeah, or like when you get into college,
Yeah.
Even high school, you already drinking. But then in
What's
other
wrong with
countries,
you?
some people did. I did
Did it
not.
really
I don't really
help?
like to
I
drink.
did.
I don't like to drink, bitch. Look at Bear.
I know,
Bear.
that's what I'm saying. I was just like,
Yeah,
did you like to
but
drink
remember the
before I
story
knew
he told
you?
us?
Since I did it in like high school, I didn't really do it in college like that.
Yeah, like I think Bear, like freshman year, Bear probably came home to the dorm drunk once that I knew of. He actually told me he was sitting there playing his video game anyway. He was on his PlayStation, just chilling. So it was like a normal day with that nigga. But it was just like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Then you go to other countries, like other countries, it's not as big of a deal. So you just like sitting there and I'm like, oh yeah, the drinking age here is like 15, 18, or some don't even have one at all, and no big deal. Or some of them, like, you know, they're like, ever since I was in high school, your parents are able to buy you a drink, and then by the time you turn to a certain age, you can get it whenever. So it was never that big of an issue. Because I remember I had a class in college with a guy from Sweden, and he was like, the biggest culture shock was just how crazy Americans go for alcohol.
Yeah.
Because for us, it's like it's not that big of a deal. But for you guys, it's like every weekend, yeah, we gotta get drunk. I'm like, yeah, but then I went to London. I saw the most functional, drunk off his ass person I have ever seen in my life. Like this dude.
He's
So
used to it.
drinking is, in concept, it's not a big deal to the people in London. There are pubs everywhere, like and they're themed, variety of stuff. Yeah, one is themed after a church. Others they'll be themed after like Shakespeare or whatever, just random shit. Some of them aren't. A lot of them are though. It kind of just helps stand out, and they all have their locals. And so you go in and you get whatever food, drink, whatever. Does not matter. The menu's damn near always the same. But this guy, it was a Thursday, and they drink every day. And it was a Thursday. I'm on the tube, trying to like get to another part of town. I think I was trying to meet my friend. And as I'm like on the tube and everything, this is rush hour. This guy gets on, he's wobbling and everything. Perfectly fine though. He's not looking like he's gonna puke, standing up pretty great. He's just kind of wobbly. And then it gets to the station. So anytime in London, if people are trying to get off at the station, because he's by the door, especially during rush hour, you have to get off, let those people off, and then you can get back on. He was doing that the whole time. Perfect. As soon as he got off, he got to his stop, he walked up the escalator like everything was cool. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, he was pissed drunk, functional. Like, that shit scared me. And that's why like people literally say, if you do not know how to handle your alcohol, please do not drink with Londoners. Like, because them motherfuckers are functional. It's scary. Don't be trying to go there and be like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this like any other day, because you will not make it far.
He was on autopilot.
Fuck.
Oh,
I don't think he's on
niggas be
autopilot.
drinking, like beer,
Heavy.
fucked up.
Like, hold on, and here's the thing too. Like, you know, for us, a Guinness, you know, that's expensive. Like, it is there too. But if you don't know how to properly pour a Guinness, and if you got too much fizz, you might as well go to jail and never come back. Because they take their beer seriously.
Yeah.
Like, do not come over here talking about, oh, I want a Bud Light or Budweiser. You would get laughed out.
I don't know
Don't be talking
anybody
about
who goes to a
IPA.
bar and was like, let me get a Bud Light.
People do it. People do it.
That's such a waste of money.
And don't get an IPA, because you would get clowned. I'm like, what is the fucking IPA? Like, you don't do that. Don't look. If you're going to London,
That's
look up.
interesting.
If you're going to Europe, look up your beers. Like, they'll have like an IPA, but it's not like your typical American IPA. It's more on the level of, actually, I have a photo.
The irony that there's a such thing as an American IPA.
Well, like, for here, IPAs are really hipstery.
No, because IPA stands for India Pale Ale. It's supposed to be like
Right.
an India thing.
But Americans kind of like fuck it up anyway. So there's that.
That's just so interesting to me. It's like a weird oxymoron, right? I mean, right
Like,
there, 'cause
you go
you're
out
an English
here.
major.
You know, Bear didn't write a single damn paper. But like out here, you know, you got an IPA, and I'm like, oh, we have an apple flavored IPA. You're like, what the fuck? Like some random shit, you know what I mean? Like out there, you're gonna get like the quality of shit that you're trying to get. Like, yeah, don't be trying to fuck around with
And I think
somebody and you don't know how to do shit.
their beer alcohol content is higher, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I think
It's
our
also
beer
made it
alcohol
don't drink.
content is a lot lower than most other places for whatever reason. And we even have, what is it, 3-4, where it's even less than that.
Mm-hmm.
So Yeah, and and for those that don't know, like I mean, that's something that here in Minnesota you find they're allowed to sell like the lower quality stuff or the lower alcohol content stuff in stores, and then you have to go to a liquor store specifically. And I say liquor store because that's what it is. Like back in Watts, it's a liquor store. And we literally go get like our little bag of chips and
Snacks.
our little
Sometimes you get
grenade,
groceries.
our little grenade barrel drink at the liquor store.
You get slushy, or you can get like groceries there. They have those down here too, but now you can get beer and wine out here, but you can't get like the hard shit. If you want the hard shit, you got to do it Saturday.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it on weekends. Or like not weekends, but like on Sunday, like when you go to a restaurant. But I at least know that if you're trying to go, because like I've been places and people have gotten like a mimosa, which is not that hard, but they've had like other shit too that you can get that usually has like hard liquor, like a Bloody Mary. But if you want like the hardcore shit, like you've got to go to, you get your shit before the weekend ends.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there are certain people that just have never had those problems. Like my question to you, and it's also the question for today potentially, because I don't know who wrote this, but the topic for today is Shrek is black. Now, my question for you is, do you think Shrek is drunk, gets fucked up like Shrek?
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
and they have beer. Like it's canonical that there's such thing as beer in
Yes.
the Shrek world.
Mhm.
Yes. And weed and catnip.
Indeed.
They have both because Pinocchio was definitely smoking weed at one point, I want to say.
The irony.
He's like, yeah, nigga, I'm hitting up this backwoods.
Oh, man. Probably some shrooms or some shit.
Oh my god. All right, so topic for today is Shrek is black. Now, I'm going to need you to like define this
So,
for the listeners.
Elaborate.
people, if you have not ever really paid attention when you watch Shrek, you were fucking up. That was a classic movie, first of all. It was when like DreamWorks and Universal figured out they could actually make good movies. But when you watched it as an adult, you realize it was not meant for kids. But basically, if you really want to look at Shrek, you can really tell that Shrek is a nigga. Like, just straight up. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. You can just start the movie off where, you know, he's got this plot of land that now belongs to him. It's his swamp. And he just wants people to leave him alone. So yeah, like, you know, Shrek likes his space. And that shit gets invaded when they decide to take all of these just random ass, like, basically the white equivalent to creatures and move and gentrify his swamp. And so Shrek takes it upon himself, excuse me, to get his land back. And in doing so, he falls in love. Ultimately, it is about a man and his ass proceeding, yes, donkey is an ass technically, to get his land. And so therefore, if you really think about it, just the way that he does not want to deal with people, the way that he's really like, this is my shit, not yours, the way he's like, fuck the people in charge, you know, Shrek Lives Matters type of shit mentality. There you go, that's Shrek right there. That's all I'm saying. I know Bear has like a very different opinion on me and Shrek trying to take over, like take his land back. But, you know, it was really just in that concept and just the way that you can see what's going on. It's a black movie.
Huh. I mean,
Taking that standpoint, I can see it.
I could see it. However, counterpoint. He could just be a redneck.
He's not a
That
redneck.
too.
No, think about it. Like,
Who's gentrifying redneck towns?
If he had a shotgun.
rednecks. and here's the thing, they weren't gentrifying it. They were sending essentially all the black people there because they were unwanted where the kingdom and stuff and around that
You
area.
can make that argument. But
So
Shrek
basically
doesn't make
it's reversed. So it's like black people were black people in like the 60s and stuff in the 70s were going into these neighborhoods. So basically they're just sending it to
that. Shrek is short for Shrek Roan. Like, I want you to know that Shrek is short for Shrek Roan.
Shrek Roan.
Shrek
Oh
Rome,
Lord
yes.
Jesus, please tell me that there is nobody in the world with that name.
I hope not. I feel sorry for you already.
I'm
No.
sure there's a Shrekisha,
Yeah, Shakisha. I'm almost certain.
Shrek Roan.
Shrek Rondre,
Shrek Rome.
you know, Shrek Rome. Yeah. Just
Shrek
saying,
Ronique.
like,
Shrek. Oh
yeah, like Shrek is
Don't give
a
people ideas.
black movie.
Stop
like,
it.
come on now.
I mean,
Think
like
about
I
it.
said, but
He
could
took
be a
on all
redneck.
those white soldiers by himself, or knights technically, by himself.
You ever see a redneck on meth? He could take a bunch of.
You ever seen a crackhead?
True.
Shit, they fight Indian everybody. You can shoot a crackhead in an arm, it's still running.
Yep.
That's true.
Or
I like
somebody
how
was
it's just
sharing.
it.
It's still running.
Crackheads just lose their gender.
Once
They
the
lose their
Well,
question
pronouns.
is, it becomes a
we're
monster.
just going like gender non-binary here.
I'm
Thank
messing
you.
with
You can shoot it in its
I
arm
mean-
and it'll still run.
I don't know, man.
It's just a hater concept. What kind of you think it's a redneck? So elaborate on your redneck theory.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like because he's a redneck. Rednecks be having meth head, crackhead like speed. and
Yeah, but
strength.
rednecks marry their cousins.
Technically, now think about it this way. Technically, he did.
He did
Because-
not. I knew you were
No,
gonna say that too. As soon as I said it,
Because think, where were the other ogres?
she was magically turned into an ogre.
Was she though? That
But hold on,
was the
sir.
other
What comes
question.
first? Hold on. What comes first? The onion or the ogre? If you don't
That's
get that
nasty.
reference, you need to rewatch. No,
That's
if you
nasty.
don't understand that reference, you need to rewatch the movie because Donkey asses like Shrek, like what's up with like an ogre, and he's like, there's many layers to an ogre, like an onion.
Yeah.
Boom, bitch.
No, there's no boom, bitch. There.
So what
that
comes
wasn't an
first?
argument. That wasn't
What
even
comes
an
first?
argument. Don't even. No,
What
because
comes
that's what I'm trying
first?
to say
The
is like,
onion or the?
but all and even when
Pretty sure
like
it wasn't
in
what
the-
comes first. Is that ogres are like onions, so they have many layers. As in
the onion
emotions.
came first.
Bullshit. Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say. In either way, when they had that movie where there was like a
Magically
what
turned.
if situation, and Fiona was like with the other ogres and stuff like that, all the ogres were related.
Yeah, her daddy a frog.
Again, that's my point. My point is that she had
And hold on,
the witch
and
didn't
then
just
his
curse
like.
her. The witch like brought out the DNA that she had inside of her. That's all the magic did was bring out what was already there.
so
Well, hold on,
so
hold on,
technically-
hold on.
wait,
Let's
wait,
take it a
wait.
step
Let
further
me get this
because
straight.
He
in
married
Shrek Far
his
Far Away,
cousin.
Shrek 2, Shrek Far Far Away,
Mhm.
Shrek was not accepted by his in-laws because he was different, because he was green
they were trying to
and
deny.
poor.
They were
Like,
trying
think
to
about it. If you were
deny-
black and you started to date
Wow.
somebody of a different race
wow,
that has
you
some
did
Here we
not
money,
go.
go there.
Here we go.
you gonna feel the same way. Like, damn, these motherfuckers hate me. Like, shit. Ain't my fault. Your daughter loves me. I love her type of shit. And y'all over here trying to treat me like a piece of shit 'cause you think I'm only with her for her money.
Oh, so
I mean, it's a
basically-
benefit,
so
but
basically what you're trying to
it
say
ain't the
is
only
that
reason.
that she is one of those white
They
girls
treated
that
Shrek
tries
like
to be
he was-
black.
Wait, but he got his
No,
own property.
they
though. So
treated
does that
Shrek.
work?
Right, true. He's got his own property, but it ain't no fabulous land. But they treated Shrek like he was a government cheese baby.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, so you're telling me that Fiona
Shrek
is-
literally
she
got his 40
successfully
look,
Rachel
think of it,
Dolezal'd
think of it.
herself.
Think of it. Shrek literally had his 40 acres and an
Oh,
ass.
that's fine. That's fine. Let's
You
that's
just
fine.
gonna sweep over that.
I
He
get
literally
that.
had 40
I get
acres
that
and a
argument.
mule.
But what you're trying to tell me is that is the equivalent of Fiona successfully Rachel Dolezal'ing herself.
She didn't have a choice
She
of
did.
what she got turned into.
She did.
No,
She did.
she did not have a choice.
I believe she did. Because
And in True Love's
it-
Kiss, she
it was
she
True
ended up
Love's
staying as
Kiss.
an ogre.
he loved her both ways.
You know
He
what?
didn't
Go kiss
care.
your true love and see if you're gonna change. You did. Thank you.
No, I didn't.
You did.
The fuck I did.
You did.
No. And it ain't
Yo,
true.
David
It's kinda
Bowie
fake love.
ass. No, it ain't.
It's convenient love.
We did Bo in this.
It's Combini love.
All right, Drake. Talking about fake love.
Like
Uh.
that's Combini love. And you know what? That could be a name of a dope album. Combini love.
It is one. That is a dope album right there. Just put it in Japanese. Make it all love songs.
Anyway, no, that's what I'm trying to say. Is that technically it doesn't, because all of the ogres, there weren't that many of them, so they were all related.
Maybe he moved to a different town.
No, nigga, Those were all the ogres in the movie. That was it.
Maybe he moved to a different
Nope.
town. Yes, it's
No,
a possibility.
he moved away from home to the rural country. That's and
Oh,
that's
like
even
you?
more, even further.
Like you?
He moved to the country. He moved to a rural area to be a
He moved when people
redneck-ass
couldn't bother
crackhead.
him.
No, he is a
He
redneck.
was not doing crack, man. He was not doing crack.
You don't
His
know
man.
That was
He
probably
was
what he was
slugs.
hiding. He had a
He was
lab
doing
under his
slugs.
house.
That's what he was doing. Yeah.
No, you trying to say that this is like Breaking Bad Shrek edition? Like, no, bitch. First of
Shrek.
all,
If he had a
first of
Kim
all,
suit, I'd laugh
everybody
my
knows
ass off.
if you gonna do it, you don't do it at your house. It's rule number one. Only idiots do that because that's the first place they gonna check. Rule number two is Shrek just ain't doing that type of shit because he ain't about that life.
Who runs that? Witches? Okay, when he runs drugs? I think about who runs that.
And they'd be the only ones who couldn't get
Who
caught
runs
if you
that
think
campus?
about it. Like,
Yeah, they
yeah.
don't know.
Just don't let
Yeah,
Pinocchio.
it's actually
Just don't
selling
let
it, actually, when I
Pinocchio
think
sell
about
for
it.
you. Do not let
Who
Pinocchio
cracks
sell
on
for
that?
you.
I'm just saying, man. I think, like I said, I think
Concept, you were the Pinocchio of this group. Because we were like, Concept, you were the Pinocchio of
no,
this group.
nigga. I ain't gotta
Because
lie.
we were like, hold on. If you were like, we were like, yo, just say something crazy like you're wearing women's underwear. I'm pretty sure your nose would grow for lying on that one.
I've
Oh, it's
never
like-
worn women's underwear.
You're right.
I wouldn't tell you that. I will tell you the truth. I have, and I could tell you that story right now. So,
I
my
can-
daughter Haruka. So
Oh,
Haruka, she's not my real daughter. We just call her that because there's a long story behind that. We're talk about it. But she's actually from Japan. She's from. Shout out to her. Shout out to her parents because her parents, they know my address. We touch, like they know me, so they send stuff here when they know that she's coming to the States. And at one point, they sent a package without telling me that it was for her. And I was having a shitty day. It was a shitty time, whatever. And I got home and there was this package from Japan. I didn't read it completely, but I was just excited because somebody sent me something. It was thoughtful. Nope, you turn on the back, it was her parents, it was whatever. And I was like, oh, maybe they sent me something. Maybe they thought for whatever reason. Nope, that wasn't the case. I opened it and there was a bunch of panties in there. Now, she wasn't around yet, but the thing was they kind of gave away the secret because she was coming. Like she was actually going to be there. But she didn't tell us, and it was supposed to be a surprise, so they kind of blew it a little bit. Fine. But I didn't know. I didn't try on
Well,
her
you got
panties.
the surprise for her.
I didn't try on her panties. But for a gift a few years later, because there was something I laughed about because like I said, I was having a shitty day and then I got a package full of panties. Makes you laugh. So a few years later, she bought me some panties that they fit. Ironically, they just don't fit the front. In the front. It was like Batman panties and like it was crazy shit. I'd have to find them to bring them
No,
out.
God, no.
I wouldn't lie about that shit.
No, I do not need to see that
anymore.
shit.
I got nothing to lie about anymore because
I do not need to see that shit.
You specifically, Mookies, would be like, you will call me out. So why would I lie? I don't even
All I'm
have
just
a
saying is
chance
you
to
would
lie.
be the Pinocchio of the group wearing women's underwear. That's all I said.
No, I don't have to lie. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't be the
So
Pinocchio of the group.
you probably got a jock strap on right now.
No, not this time. No, okay. Now, other thing. Jock straps are
Here we go.
comfortable as shit. And I don't just mean like the pretty boy, like the nice ones. Like get you a nice jock strap that is actually designed to be worn outwards. Those shits are fucking comfortable. And if you ever want
Boxer
to run
briefs.
from the popos, like it's best to just have those on because your range of motion, it's crazy good. And you'll be
God.
like, oh, but my ass is hanging out. Not really. It's held up by the straps.
You know what? I'm gonna buy you some assless chaps for Derek just for you. You gonna wear them though? They're gonna be for you. I know Derek's gonna love it.
Oh, he won't.
Yeah, it's probably gonna
He's
steal
not
them.
really an ass man.
Mm.
I mean, yours maybe, but not mine.
I got a great ass. What can I say, man?
Right.
You just jealous.
It's about it.
Hey, you and that brick wall got something in common.
You got humps? Like your
No.
your sheetrock
Both
ass.
of y'all just flat.
You got sheetrock ass. At least I
You
got
just
little
jealous.
humps.
Hey, you got two
Oh,
bee
fuck.
stings for an ass.
Whatever, bear.
Hmm.
What's on your not this list?
Oh, not this list for today. Let me see. I had a good one. Let me figure that out 1 second here.
Look at Watson. Look at Watson.
Redo of the Healer. Yeah, just know No.
What is it called? Say it out one more time.
I think it's a redo of The Healer, if I remember correctly.
Where's this from?
This is an anime. It's recently came out a little while ago, not too recent. But I just say no.
Okay, so can I get a synopsis?
Synopsis wise, it's about
Name doesn't.
it's about this dude that basically gets like, I don't even know if I want to really put this out there. I mean, this is almost like what was the movie we were talking about last time? I don't think it was on the podcast last time we were talking about this. But yeah, remember that movie we were talking about before where we were just like, oh yeah, I don't know why I watched that movie before. It's on that level, a little lower, but on that level of that movie.
Remember now.
120 days of Sodom.
Yes, sodomy.
Okay, first of all, I never
It's
watched that. I never
close
said
to
that.
that
You said that.
in
I've
feeling.
never watched that either.
Yeah, it's close to that in feeling. So probably not watch it. It's about a dude that's like gets abused for his class because.
What the fuck you be playing, bro?
I'm not playing anything. This is actually just a story. It came out.
Is it a comedy, a drama? Like
It's a drama. It's like a revenge drama. So it gets dark. It's dark as fuck.
so it's not like Green.
No. It's not like good at all. This shit's horrible. This shit's all bad. It's like, because you don't know how to feel. It just makes you feel uncomfortable. I recommend
Why do you
don't watch
watch these things?
because it's like, all right, well, it's a story. I want to see how it goes, and I regret it. It's like afterwards. So
Right, the other half of this segment is concept is that instead. Go watch Green instead.
Yeah, that's way better.
And for those of you who don't know and haven't had the pleasure, Green is a bit older actually. I think it's like 10 or 15 years. And it's a comedy essentially where for some reason this school decides to be co-ed now where it wasn't before, or these schools come together as co-ed. And as you can imagine, that this comedy ensues. Like there's just so much funny shit that happens. So and it is, like I said, it is a little bit older of an anime, so it does have weird anime or not as updated anime as you see now, but it's funny nonetheless. But now that I think about it, that was kind of our story. I mean, you went 1 year, a year after me or 2 years after me, but
And a year after you.
Yeah.
Like that was like because the school that we went to in Japan was an all-girls school. And then it was recently co-eded a few years before that. So yeah, we low-key lived that. Just wasn't as funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Oh shit. That's kind of crazy to think about. Like we actually lived a storyline that gets written.
Isn't it weird? Like your life's a movie. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
So cool.
Yeah. Mookie's is just jealous because he's never been to an all-girl school. He never got to go to
I've
an
been
all-girl
to
school.
St. Mary's. I've been to St. Mary's quite often.
No, I meant like we actually attended the school. We didn't
No.
do that. We actually went to the school.
I'm speaking, I've been to
classes.
St. Ben's. Like, I went to the school and took classes.
That's true. You know what? I'll give you that one.
Thank you. Shit.
The Shrek is still a redneck.
Shrek is black. No.
Still good
So-
on
You
you.
were a redneck, if anything, but Shrek is black.
Nah.
You
What's your
you were closer to a redneck than Shrek.
Whoa. Oh, hell no.
You got white in
no.
you. You got
Understand
white
that
in
one.
you.
Nah. Nah.
Oh shit, you got white in your
Keep my
family
ass out of
too.
that one. Oh, yeah.
Nah. Yeah, like my great.
No, I'm talking about
Grandfather.
in your house right now.
You don't count. He's looking at me right now too. He don't
Hey,
count.
cutie.
I'll say it to his face. He don't count.
Wow, I'm trying to say your husband ain't a real white person.
He is not.
He discount white.
He's a white man named Derek. There are no white Derek.
There are a lot of white Derricks. Damn, I know 2 of them in Minnesota right now.
In
I'm pretty
Minnesota,
sure like
but
10
as soon
people
as
just
soon as they
stood up.
leave
It's like, what?
Minnesota, as soon as they leave Minnesota, they are no longer white.
So when Derek goes to LA, then what is he?
Transform.
No, because if we ever get pulled over in the car together, Derek's switching to the front seat.
He Sailor Moon's it.
Shit. I'm
He's
like,
Sailor
Derek,
Moon.
show
Was
me.
he transformed?
I'm like, Derek, show me your badge. Just show me your badge.
Derek is Sailor
What is he by
Nigger.
moonlight then? He's just like, what is he? What level of power is this?
Like, so we're arresting them for crimes against the airport type of shit.
Yeah,
Man.
Derek is Sailor Nigga.
I already know if Derek ever saw me at the airport in Minnesota, I already know I'm getting frisked.
Right.
I already
You know what I
know.
kind of imagine? I just kind of imagine him like, "Hey, do you know that guy?" And then he turns around like Ike Turner.
He'll be like, "So you want this inside or out?" I'm like, "I don't know, Derek. How do you feel today?"
All
How do you
right,
feel
speaking
today?
of niggas and Sailor Niggas. All right, what is the $1 million nigga?
So, I got one that can be considered wholesome. I've been doing some Ponzi schemes. I've been doing
Wholesome.
some fucked up shit.
Nervous
But
now.
no concept. I just said wholesome, bitch. Like, damn.
When it comes to you, wholesome.
Damn.
But I'm down. Let's see what's up.
You just have no faith in me. Damn.
I don't.
That's why you the redneck Shrek. Anywho.
So Shrek.
Hey, you moved to swampland, so basically,
He moved to
damn.
swampland. That's
I'm
like
saying you.
No, but Shrek moved to swampland. How much more redneck can you get? That is Florida. He is a Floridian.
Shit, there are black people in Florida. Thank you.
I don't believe that.
There are a lot of black
Wayne
people
Brady
in
was
Florida.
Wayne Brady was the only exception. By Paramore, Wayne Brady was the only exception.
Is Wayne Brady like the Sailor Moon black guy in Florida, technically? I mean, he was transformed.
Wayne Brady makes green gumbo look black. Shout out Dave Chappelle.
Shout out to Wayne.
I
So
love me some
anywho-
Wayne Brady. Leave my Wayne Brady
Right, shit,
alone.
that nigga talented. Anywho, going back to some wholesome content for me, because I'm lovely people. Anywho, we're gonna do a dog cafe. People can bring their own dogs, so that way, if you at work, you can bring your dogs. But hold on, you don't just bring your. You gotta pay. Like you ain't getting no kick in on this. Bear, you get to work with the Chihuahuas.
Fine. I'll get over my trauma.
Concept. You want to work the front desk? You can deal with people coming up and like being there, and you can monitor the dogs and shit like that. So we gonna you gotta pay for your dog to be there like $25 a day because this shit ain't cheap. You
That's
gonna watch some
actually
dogs.
That is
All
pretty
right.
cheap.
That's
So
actually
you said
very
it's cheap, so we'll do $50.
That's still cheap.
That's
$100 a
You
day.
haven't boarded a dog ever, have you?
No, I don't need
Like,
to. Actually, I
Like
have.
the cheapest I've heard for dog boarding is like 75.
I board a dog every day, but I actually have boarded another one. But yeah, hey, little buddy. So, can you still hear
very
me?
good.
He about to bite me in a minute. So, yep. But yeah, so we'll do $100 a day. You can bring your dog in to be watched because your dog will not only be watched, but they'll be able to play with people, get some coffee. Now, because we cheap motherfuckers, it's gonna be some Folgers in your cup. Not a sponsor.
No
You gotta do
Folgers.
it.
I don't drink coffee, but somebody else might love us for talk about it.
Right. And then if you're like, oh, well, I'm a tea person, well, shit, we're gonna put some Lipton in your cup, like some
Oh,
shit.
that's just sad.
Mm-mm.
The only
Hey,
thing
we-
that
we-
Lipton is good for is what do you
Iced
call
tea?
it?
Sweet
Iced
tea?
tea. Like
Yeah.
like grandmama's iced tea. That's the only thing that Lipton is good for. And even
It is
then,
bomb.
maybe Arnold Palmer's.
See, people aren't paying us for they're paying us for the experience. So that means we could charge them like probably Starbucks equivalent money for the experience to be there petting the dogs and drink some subpar drinks.
You know
Shit.
what? I do have a
We'll
question.
even have scones. We'll just get them from like Costco.
I do have a question for our listeners actually, because I remember I don't drink coffee. Like all coffee tastes like shit to me. And
You got shit
I'm
taste
curious,
buds.
why is Folgers so bad? Like again, it all tastes like shit to me. So I need somebody to explain somewhere in the comments below or
Because
wherever.
unless you're getting your shit from like
After
France.
you subscribe,
Colombia, places like that,
like us.
you ain't drinking good coffee, bro. I don't drink coffee, even though I know that. Like, you need France, Bolivia, let's say Africa too, and like Colombia. They've got like some good beans, and then French they know how to make some good shit.
It all tastes
Yeah.
good to me. But that's what I mean. So if somebody can explain to me like just why? So why is Folger shitty? And what coffee do you prefer? Like what's your go-to? And here's the thing, I've heard really shitty things about Starbucks, but I've also heard like all the basic white bitches loving Starbucks. So
Because it's fast and easy to get to.
I mean, so are you, but Not everybody
Hey,
likes you.
hey, hold on. That's an issue. Everybody likes me. That's your issue. Only one person in your whole family don't like me.
And like I said, she likes you. She just doesn't like that you talk shit to me.
Yeah, that's like I talk shit to everyone. Don't take it personal.
Whatever. When have I ever taken it?
I'm just saying that in general, people don't take. It depends.
That should
If
be-
I'm
that
attacking
should be
you,
a
you should
topic.
probably take it personal.
That should be a topic. When have we taken something personal?
From me, shit,
No,
never.
for all the three of us. Like,
Oh,
what do we
never.
take personal? Essentially,
Nothing.
I can't.
Nothing
say
is
that
off limits for the most part. You are as soft as Sherman 3-ply.
Ooh, 3-ply.
Like that is how soft you are. Like I just want you to know that.
So okay, so your doggy idea, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I feel like I've already seen this.
It don't matter. You ain't never seen 3 niggas do it. That's the difference.
I think that's what it is. So we'd have to pitch it as, like, what is it called?
What's the name?
Pooches and bitches.
What did you just say?
Pooches and bitches.
I just had to hear it again.
I don't know. That's kind of strong. Let me see. Shit.
Well, no, that's
Pooches
not
and
true.
bitches,
Like, I saw this sauce called Bitchin' Sauce.
Thank you.
So
Pooches and
and bitches
bitches.
to like the title.
You're
I
like
mean,
Frank's Red Hot. Frank's Red Hot. Put that shit on it.
Like there's gonna be a shit ton of people in there just trying to come in there like mess with the pooches and bitches. That's all I'm saying. Concept
sounds
gonna
like
be
a
at the
strip
front
club.
desk. Like we put concept at the front desk too because he's racially ambiguous.
you know what? That's fair enough.
That's fair.
That's fair enough.
And so
I just
like
gotta put on
that,
my white voice.
right?
Hi.
And like Bear, you do not want Bear at the front desk. He's gonna be asleep anyway. So shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or he gonna be in the back trying to eat all the scones. So that's why you put them with the chihuahuas because he don't like chihuahuas.
It's alright.
I don't know what bear don't be liking no animal.
I
They
like
like
that.
bears. That's about it. Especially if they shirtless and kind of hairy.
Get out of here. Double G.
He didn't say no. He did not say no.
All right, so you can still send your dick pics, but also send your bare chest and hashtag
Yes.
it bare chest. BEAR chest.
Hashtag Bear and his bare chest.
If you want to see Bear in his bare chest, all you have to do is get that old ass license.
Oh,
this one,
I
you'll never
can't
live
find
that
that
down.
shit no more.
no.
You'll never.
I'm
live that
not
down.
even mad about that one because I don't really laugh too.
I think for season 2 we should
Yeah.
change his color to brown, and then his background just be brown.
Just blend me in.
It's
blend
just
me in
him
like
rating
a
different
French girl.
shades of brown shirts. Just like this goes good with my skin tone.
I don't have that many brown shirts. I can't do it. I can't do it. I
Nigga,
lost
I
that
own a
shirt too.
single
That I
brown
had.
shirt. Shit,
I can't
fuck
say
that.
I own a brown shirt. Like I
Oh.
don't wear anything that has that's. In
I don't
that
think
color
it
range.
just because
No.
it's it's just too close. It's just
Like I don't own
Right.
anything that's yellow,
I don't have anything
Right.
that's yellow.
brown. Yellow's a weird
I do
color
that
to
shit.
wear.
We're just
I
none of
love
us
it.
are
It's
actually
yellow.
dark enough to pull it off. And what I mean by that is, like them dark niggas, like they be looking good in them light ass
11:59
colors,
or midnight.
like midnight.
the
Oh,
midnight.
shit, man.
They be looking
Niggas
good in
midnight
them bright
blue.
ass colors.
I wouldn't know. I ain't never seen nobody that dark
Really? Never.
in bright ass colors.
Really?
I told you, I seen a
Hmm.
nigga that had a purple tint. We called him Barney.
Mm.
I just know because of family, but damn. Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Like I grew up as the only child. There was nobody else around. Like the fuck. All
You
my
know, I keep
interactions came
forgetting
people at
that.
school.
Because you
Right.
have only child energy, but I keep forgetting that you were actually an only child.
Yeah, I'm an antisocial introvert only child, bitch.
Yeah, he was only child for 2
And like you
hours,
would
so
like
managed
if
to
I
keep
didn't
that
tell you, and you just like met me. If it depends on the social situation. Like if I'm around these two motherfuckers, you would not know either one of those things
Yeah.
ever.
Well, that's because the three of us act like we're fucking related.
Because
Yeah.
we are. Shit.
We do. We're pretty much right now at this point.
Yeah, basically.
We've known each other for.
Too long.
Oh, you know what though? That's the other thing I was talking to Pablo about. I was like, dude, we've known each other for 15 years.
Niggas is old as fuck.
Shut up.
Nigga, for you, it's like 14.
You are right behind
You're
us.
right behind it.
Hey, I'm younger than both of y'all, so shut
I
the
don't
fuck.
care, but
By
I've
like a
still known
margin.
you almost 15 years.
Hell,
Yeah.
hey, yo, 10 year from college is coming up next year too.
That's true.
Shit.
And that's for the first one, not the second one. So,
Mm-mm.
damn, I didn't even think about that.
Yo,
Oof.
Damn.
you old bitch.
I can't be an old pooch. I gotta be old bitch.
No, you old bitch.
I
old
fall
bitch
into the
ass.
bitches category for pooches and bitches.
Yeah, bitches and bitches.
Like your name tag is gonna be Pooches and Bitches. Hi, I'm Constance.
It's that concept.
Actually, it's really funny though because when I do sign stuff, because I do like when we do the signing thing stuff like that, I sign as Connie. Because at least Connie's a real name.
Right. Shit.
Because people are like concept. It's because like the name, but I'm fine now. I'll just be Connie, bitch.
Now you're Connie now.
Fuck you.
You old Shrek.
I think I even changed my Instagram name to Connie the Man just because I was getting in trouble. Like fuck
The
you.
best.
Yeah, I get in trouble for wearing pink. Like people, like some people love it. Like I love it. Shit, it's just a fucking color. Like it's not gonna kill you.
You
Like,
just gotta wear the right shade because
like I'm gonna give. I got
can't
a
do
lot of
neon
red shades.
pinks. Your skin tone.
I
ain't good for
could
neon.
pull it off. Yo, with this hair, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I've done pink with a light blue shirt. Ooh, and my Yeezys. It was dope. But yeah, I can pull off pink. But yeah, like people get offended about that shit. I'm like, bro, it's a color. And you know what? I'm gonna give all the boys that Bear has. I'm gonna give them something in pink. Pink toy, pink backpack. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to help his kids because he ain't doing nothing. They ain't even mine. Still fuck them kids. But at least I'm gonna help. Shit, that's what family do. I'm like Bear's bitch ass.
Shut up.
Bear ain't
Okay.
seen his kids since he impregnated a woman.
He is so Bear is the anti Vin Diesel. He is the
Man, fuck that
slow
family.
and mildly suspicious. So not Fast and Furious. Slow and
God,
suspicious.
no. You dropping them kids off like fire. You like fuck them kids, fuck them all, like shit.
Oh, he goes
Slow and
stupid. He
calm,
goes stupid
Robert.
incognito.
I mean, you got enough kids for like more than half of a football team in the NFL. You need to be training them motherfuckers.
He has more kids than that. He has
You got 38. I know of, unless you know the others.
he has a few more.
The number
Shit.
is right.
Like, what the fuck you been doing in quarantine?
Kalandra is who he's
Over
doing.
Shrekisha.
Kalandra and Patty.
Shrekisha? What about Shrekisha?
Shrekisha.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
even know
Shrekisha.
her.
Hey, he like trying to be the Nick Cannon of this year, like the group. Having all these kids in the same year.
All these kids,
Shit.
I'm disappearing.
You gotta start wearing
Bye.
your turbans.
Man,
Bear, if you started wearing a turban on that bald
why
ass
you look
head,
good with a turban on? Tell me honest though. Honest to God.
shit, you would look like that dude from Dragon Ball Z.
Mr.
Oh man,
Popo.
this
Really,
hell yeah.
he was really dark.
Is that a Halloween
With these
costume on the
shirtless
way?
with, like,
Hold
half
on,
the
that might actually work.
with the shorts?
I gotta go sit in the sun though and get darker naturally.
Shit,
This
nigga,
is
you
like,
already
can't do
dark
that
as
tan
shit.
shit.
Damn.
I mean, I gotta get a little darker.
Actually,
He's a little too
he
dark.
looks a little lighter because of his arm. You see where his arm is right there?
Yeah,
On the camera. He looks lighter right now.
nigga, that's Paint Nash. Look how ashy that arm is.
This is ash. Just shine.
Nigga, your arms is Pompeii.
It's Pompeii. How dare you? How
Hey,
dare
hold on, Bear. Like, wipe your arm off. Let's see the dust come off of it.
you. Yeah. No. No.
You have like reverse Wonder Woman powers. You just
Oh,
Hey
that's too
man,
good.
if Bear rub his elbows together, lightning strikes.
Black Zeus.
Black Zeus.
Oh, that needs to be a TV show.
Oh
That
god!
doesn't
And
seem
every
so.
time he's like,
Well,
That'd be
anyway,
about me. Pretty much.
that's all the time we got for today. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for
I went by
watching.
fast.
fuck all y'all, man. Don't be a fucking bitch. Don't be a fucking idiot. Mind your own business. If you're a racist, I hope you stub your toe and it breaks and then your foot gotta come off because it's gotta get amputated because you don't believe in vaccines and shit like that.
Damn.
I hope all your underwear get tied up in a dryer and you can't take them out.
Damn.
I hope your socks disappear. And just be nice to people, because then shit like that wouldn't happen to you.
And wear
I
pink.
hope all your jeans just shrink on you after one wear.
That's foul.
Fuck,
That's
okay,
foul.
and with that,
I
rate
hope
us
you
5
buy a new
stars.
TV and it breaks right after you plug it
Damn.
in.
Fuck.
Oof.
Rate us 5 stars. Question.
I hope you
mark?
get in a car accident after you buy your new car and it's wrecked, but you okay, but your leg is kind of crooked.
Like,
Oh, not the cookie leg. Oh,
please don't hate us.
I hope your mama don't love you no more because you're a racist.
Hate us, but please keep watching.
she didn't raise you like that.
All right, y'all. Deuces.
All right,
Peace.
boy.